This summer I went to Japan. I went to Japan for a few days 9 years ago. I felt like I had barely scratched the surface of what I wanted to see and explore. I swore I would come back. I had been saving this exact 10,000 yen bill since then to spend it when I finally got to go back. I feel like Shibuya is the place you go to take a picture and to feel like you're really in Tokyo. I knew I wanted to sit down and watch the people walk by, so I found this perfect cafe. It had a table facing the window, perfect to draw the scenery. It was right in front of the Akira wall too. One thing I love about Tokyo is that you can always find interesting stuff to watch for free. People singing or playing music, dressed really cool. Everyone has amazing style. I was exhausted. I had been traveling for 28 hours. I was staying at an Airbnb near Komagome Station. The first day I only went out at night, and it was very empty, so I was very surprised to see this the next day. I loved staying around that neighborhood. It was a perfect mix of convenient and interesting, but not at all touristy, so it was fairly calm and residential. My first proper day in Tokyo, I was lucky enough to meet some awesome illustrators. I feel very lucky that I can call them my friends now. Her names are Kate and Sai. This was my first time seeing them in person. We went to a small illustration exhibition, which I loved. It was sponsored by Winsor & Newton, and they also sold some of the materials at the entrance. Everything was painted with watercolor, and it had a blue color palette theme. My favorite works from the exhibit were by an artist called Aokawa Waka. I bought some of her postcards and left her a message on her guestbook. The details about her works and Sai and Kate's are gonna be in the description box. After that, we went to a themed cafe, my first time visiting one. It was Beatrix Potter's Peter Rabbit, which I happen to really love. We ate and had a drawing date. I was very nervous and I only drew what I could see around me, but I was super surprised because in a short while, Sai and Kate managed to produce the prettiest illustration, all perfect and detailed. and I was very fortunate to take them home with me. I don't usually meet other artists from the internet, and Kate and I had only messaged via Instagram before. I was genuinely surprised to find out that the three of us were the same age and had similar struggles and interests. It was so great to talk to them about art and sketchbooks and our fears and dreams, and how it feels to live in a foreign country, as none of them are originally from Japan. Making this video makes me miss them so much, and I wish I lived in Japan and had a club of drawing mates.
5 months, I'm still using GPS all the time to go anywhere.
Don't worry, Keith has been here for 7 years. We're still Google dependent.
7 years. Okay, yeah.
Google dependent. Even Japanese people are still on their phones and Google Maps are.
Kate drew the three of us looking very cute with the bunnies, and Sai drew an adorable girl version of Peter Rabbit. After that, they took me to try the famous Cremia Ice Cream, and we visited the Sega Building to take some Purikura pictures. It was great.
Not too bright.
Not too bright here. Okay. Oh yes. The date.
Oh wait, why not?
Nice. How are we gonna divide it to make church?
So, the 10,000 bill I mentioned, I wanted to spend it on something special. I looked at my calendar and decided to go to Shinjuku to visit the best place I could think of to buy something that would really make me happy. I went to Sekaido, which has 5 floors of art supplies. After that, I went to Muji. I own a Muji book that talks about how the brand started, its history, the concept, and the aesthetics of the brand. And I was really looking forward to visiting the flagship store. My favorite part by far was the book section. There were so many design books that are now on my wish list. That was my first week in Tokyo. I was originally planning to stay only for 5 days in the city. Traveling alone was very calm. I loved finding my routine and going at my own pace.
Hoy hubo un terremoto en Kyoto y era el día que me iba a ir. Cancelaron los trenes y fue un poco un caos, pero por suerte conseguí hablar con el dueño de este Airbnb y me dijo que no hay problema, que me puedo quedar 2 días más. Entonces me voy a quedar 2 días más en Tokio. Pero pues tuve que pagarlo, así era un gasto inesperado. Entonces, a ver qué pasa. Pero estoy emocionada. Y ayer gasté dinero porque fui a Sekaido a comprar los materiales de arte. Pero estoy emocionada de probar las cosas. Entonces, pues a ver qué tal.
But then it was okay. A couple of days after the earthquake, the trains were back on schedule. I took all my things, bought another Melon Pan, and wandered through Tokyo Station. It has a lot of food shops and stores, and a ramen alley, where I ate my first bowl of ramen on the trip. And then I took the bullet train, bound for Kyoto.